Welcome back, eSIMstudios YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to have you here with me today. Beautiful Monday holiday, federal holiday for the citizens of the United States. I know we have a lot of people joining us all around the world: Argentina, Singapore, India. Appreciate everyone. Now, got some big news, right? Another day, another Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra leak. Seems like every day, and trust me, they're going to wring this thing out. They're going to squeeze as much juice out of this as possible. There's not much else going on in the tech world, right? But S26 Ultra stuff, right? Leading up to February 25th. Got 9 more days. Countdown has begun. 9 more days until you can pre order your S26 series. And it seems like every single day there's going to be something coming out. I guarantee you. Samsung is leaking all this stuff, right? I mean, well, not all of it, but a large majority of all of this stuff is coming directly from Samsung. Samsung representatives from within inside the company, within the marketing team and or PR department. They're feeding people like Ice Universe and people on Twitter information, right? That's how we get a lot of this stuff, and or the tech publications. And we're gonna view some of these publications. We're gonna get into the surprise news that we are getting a new sensor. What? Really? I thought the cameras were dead in the water. Now they don't suck by any means, but it is kind of embarrassing when Samsung releases a brand new flagship phone and it debuts at number 26th in the world in camera quality and or video quality, right? Like the S25 Ultra debuted at number 26 in the world when the Motorola Signature and the Pixels, whenever they debut a brand new phone, whenever they launch a brand new phone, they're getting in the top 5. Like that's what it should be. Now, I don't know where this phone is going to fall in the top 100 and the DxMO mark. If you're unaware, they're like a popular publication, online publication. All they do is rate and review camera phones. That's all they do. They don't do battery life. They don't do performance, software. It's camera software. Strictly cameras, and they rate phones all the time, worldwide, and we'll see where this lands. But we did get good news that we're getting a camera update, a sensor update. Now, hold your horses. It's not on every single sensor, right? We did know maybe a couple months ago, that the S26 Ultra was getting a brand new 3x 10 10 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor on the back. It's the very bottom right sensor if you're looking at the S25, well, I guess S26 camera sensors. It's this one right here that's getting the upgrade on the back. But we got news today that this is getting updated. The front-facing selfie sensor is going to be a I guess not brand new sensor, but new for the Galaxy line, right? And we're going to jump into that. I was wondering when they were going to upgrade their selfie sensors. You see Pixel with, I think they updated their front-facing selfie camera 2 years ago. You see OnePlus putting in pretty good camera sensors in their front-facing selfie sensor camera. You see Motorola putting a 50 megapixel Sony sensor here in the front-facing camera. iPhone upgraded there. So it's like Samsung's been in this situation for years, it seems, right? And we finally got it. Now, before we jump into the details, I haven't been dissatisfied with the front-facing selfie camera. In fact, if you asked me just out of the blue, right, see me shopping at HEB and you pull me to the side and you asked me, hey, kind of a random whatever. You ask me, hey, question, what sensor on the S25 Ultra is the best sensor? I would tell you that it's probably the front facing selfie camera. For my webcam, I love Samsung front facing selfie cameras. Are they the absolute best? No, but I think they're pretty good. And you get good still photo and you get good video quality. So the fact that they're upgrading that, hey, that's music to my ears. I can't wait. In fact, kind of got me excited, right? It actually has me excited. Um, Hello, how's it going? Pleasure. My signature is shipping out tomorrow. Sweet. I did the Smart Connect review. I posted about an hour ago. You can check that out. Pretty freaking sweet. Pretty badass. I think it's better than Samsung Dex. After reviewing it, I was like, holy so, and I haven't really messed with it that much. I didn't really expect much out of it, right? I plugged it in. I was like, let me see what this is all about. I plug it in and I'm going through everything. I'm like, whoa, this got a lot, like way more than Samsung Dex. So I'm like, holy crap, this is badass. I was hurrying up to hit record. screen share or screen record. It's cool. I like it. In fact, it adds a whole new layer of functionality to the phone. Like I might do a video on setting up, because you can use the front camera for a webcam. I might see if I can figure out how to set up a live stream from the mobile operating system, not the mini PC operating system. Another video for another day, but they could leave the front facing camera off of a phone. You couldn't care less. Yeah, I don't look outside of YouTube. Like, basically, that's all the usage and or functionality a front facing selfie camera is getting with me. I'm not over here taking selfies and doing this and doing that just to like keep them in my phone, right? I'm not a girl. Like, you know, they're taking selfies all the time. Mine is strictly for YouTube, whether I'm testing, whether I'm recording, whether I'm shooting a thumbnail, whether I'm taking a picture to add a little AI twist on it. Strictly YouTube, but I can tell the difference in between the different devices. I surely can. You're gonna try it out later. Is it available? Question: is it available on all Motorola phones, or is it just like mid-range and up, or just their flagship phones? Because I have no clue. I've never used it before. I have no idea. It's really cool. You think so? Hey, what's going on? Pleasure to join us. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good day. Let's jump. I have to get out of here in about 20 minutes. I got to finish a project online, a website, and then got a couple other things I got going on. You think so? Okay. All right. So let's get into this new sensor. It's got me excited. You know what? Before we get into that, to kind of, I'm gonna look like a fool, and I'm gonna have to make like an apology video or something. I'm thinking about getting another OnePlus 15. I know. I sold it. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of it. I think they're gonna be going under in the next couple of years. Let me just get this Motorola Signature. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of the Signature. I missed the OnePlus 15. Now, I'm looking at the sandstone color. So, I think I'll pull the trigger here at some point this week. I'm gonna probably do it before the S26 Ultra comes out, because I'm getting that too. So, I have a problem. So, whatever. I just thought I would throw that out there. The Signature is a great comment. Yeah, it is. And I really want to do videos comparing the two. And I meant to go outside today and go, oh, I found a Gcam application, a version of Gcam that works with the Signature. Although the night photos are worse with Gcam, but the photos with light seem to be a little better. Now, I was going to go outside and test it. I got caught up with a project I'm working online. I plan on doing that tomorrow. Like I said yesterday, But I'm definitely gonna test these sensors out on the signature after this update came out, and then also with doing a Gcam comparison, comparing Gcam with a stock camera, and then I'll probably take the S25 Ultra with me. There's a park uh, down the street, a real nice park. I'm gonna go to. There won't be pictures of my backyard, so I'm gonna go try and do that tomorrow. I just don't have enough time today. I'm time crunched, but let's get to the upgrade. So let me share my screen here, and I think what's tomorrow? Tuesday. We need to do a giveaway this month. Oh, Jesus Christ. We need to do a giveaway this week. So we'll figure that out later. But I have a giveaway coming up. If it's not tomorrow, it'll definitely be Wednesday. So stay tuned. If you're watching this and you have not subscribed, I strongly suggest you subscribe. Try to do weekly giveaways. A lot of the people here that are watching right now have won multiple times. And it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world. I'll send you stuff. I'll wire you money, whatever. But let's go. So let me show you this. So there's a new article on Gizmo China. I love this website. Now, hey, what's going on? Gizmo China. I love this website. They typically cover a lot of Chinese technology, but a lot of Chinese technology is cool. I don't care what people or the government says. China's got a lot of cool shit, right? But this covers not just Chinese technology. It covers basically everything. Because as you can see here, I got the news. Maybe it was leaked somewhere else. I got the news from Gizmo China that the S26 Ultra selfie camera is going to get an upgrade. Now, the current sensor that they have in there right now is a Samsung ISO right sensor. It's a 12 megapixel, but they're not necessarily going to upgrade it to like a 42 megapixel sensor like the Pixels have. They're not going to upgrade it to a 50 megapixel sensor like the Motorola Signature. They're not going to upgrade it to a 32 megapixel sensor like the OnePlus 15. Still going to be a 12 megapixel, but that's okay because what they're switching to is a really good sensor. It's a Sony IMX874. Now, from what I understand, it's not necessarily brand spanking new. I think it's been out for maybe 12 months, 18 months, something like that. But it's a solid sensor, and it is definitely better than the Samsung ISO that 12 megapixel that's currently in the S25 series, and S24, and S23, and S22, and S21. It's better. So we should see better photo quality. Not the very best, but I think we'll be able to see an improvement. Still photo quality, video capture. It brings in more light, more detail. We're going to jump into details, speaking of that specific sensor. The aperture is going to remain the same at f2.2. We know we did report on that the front-facing selfie camera, we didn't know they were going to change it, but it's going to they've increased the wideness, meaning how wide the photo will get, just by a little bit. And they're going to keep it that way, right? But let's jump into the details of this sensor, because I pulled up some stuff here. As you can see, did a little AI mode search, nothing crazy. It says the IMX874 12 megapixel sensor, we knew that, expected to serve as a high performance front facing camera sensor in future flagship devices like the S26 Ultra. How did Google get that information that quick, right? It says it's going to feature better aperture, aiming to improve dynamic range and color science for selfies. Now, if you scroll down a little bit below, you get key features and expected usage. So the sensor type is high sensitivity sensor, commonly used in mobile, designed for low noise performance. Target devices, well, it's going to be in this S26 series, and it should be in all S26 devices. So it'll be in the base S26, it'll be in the middle child S26 Plus, and the flagship S26 Ultra. Now it'll be, as I mentioned, 12 megapixel resolution, f2.2 aperture, 1 by 3.2 inch size. Positioning acts as a replacement for previous ISO-cell sensors in premium Samsung devices, focusing on improved natural color processing. Capability expected to provide similar, if not improved, I think it'll be improved, quality to current 12 megapixel sensors with an emphasis on selfie photography. That's according to Sammy Fans and Gizmo China. So that's good news. It's got me excited. So, because I use my front facing selfie camera a lot. Again, not for personal use, but for YouTube. I use it all the time, honestly. And not only just for like stuff like thumbnails, recording videos in my car, right? I also use it for webcam. Right now, I am using a Samsung front-facing selfie camera as my webcam. So I get a lot of use out of it. So I know I'm going to be using this thing a lot. So once we get the device in, we're going to do extensive testing and comparisons, which I promise I'm going to get to on the Motorola Signature. I'm going to get out tomorrow and go test these damn cameras. I promise. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on with Samsung. So not only do we have news of the front-facing selfie camera, look at this set of leaks and news that came out. I mean, it's Samsung heavy. Of course, you're at sammyfans.com, so what else would they have? But this is some headlining news. I mean, this is a lot of new information that we're getting leading up to the launch of this S26 series. Now, a lot of good stuff. There is one thing I wanted to get into was the new features. Actually, did y'all see that video of, did y'all see Samsung teasing the low light features? Don't get swept off your feet. Don't get too, I'm excited for the front facing selfie camera, but the rear cameras, look, they're going to increase the aperture. They're going to increase how much light comes in that sensor while the shutter is being active. Like, meaning like when you take a photo, it's going to let a little more light in. So your low light photography should be a little bit better, but don't let Samsung fool you. Don't let these publications and or YouTube videos that Samsung pays, it's going to make a slight difference, but what they're showing you in advertising is maxed out, meaning like it'll let in a little more light, but it's not going to be like night sight when it was first introduced with Pixel, how everybody was whoa blown away. I think your night photos will get a little better. I think night videos maybe a little better. Are they going to introduce a night video mode? That's what we thought they were going to do with the S25 series. They might, right? It's going to rely heavily still on artificial intelligence for post-processing. Let's be honest, right? So I think it'll help a little bit because they're going to go all in on this new camera system. And again, the only sensor on the back that's changed is a 3x telephoto sensor, although the other three main sensors on the back are going to be the same. So they have put out this video, low light video, night photography. It's going to be the same, right? Can I play this or do I have to be signed in on X? Oh, I think it's just a screenshot. So I just wanted to, I think here we go. Let's see what we got here. Was that shot with an S26 Ultra? I doubt it, but I don't know. Yeah, no phone. Look, in the future. Oh, you think I'm, I'm giving a? In the future, I probably will. Honestly, the thought entered my mind seriously last week. Now we're gonna have to start. You know, I'm not gonna be giving away an S26 Ultra over here. Probably a CMF phone. You know, I think brand new they're like $200. We're eventually gonna get there. I'm doing small stuff. Maybe by the end of the year, maybe in a few months, possibly 6 months, I'll purchase a new phone, a CMF phone 2 Pro. I think they're like $200 brand new, and give it away. We'll probably start with that, and then maybe a year, 2 or 3 years from now, I'll definitely be. I love to give away stuff. Y'all know that. So phones will eventually come in due time, right? So just subscribe to the channel, hang tight, and participate in our weekly giveaways, and we'll eventually get there. I can promise you that. Yeah, do you have a good Gcam mod for Motorola phones? If you do, email me what version and or a link or something, and I'll definitely check it out. I had a little time to look around today online, and there's not one specifically for the signature, so that's why I kind of had to, you know, find one from Motorola, but one that had a Snapdragon CPU, not MediaTek. So I got one, but there might be better ones out there. I'm still waiting for an official one. There's a phone that had a smaller screen on the back. I'd rather see something like that than camera hole in my screen. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because we're inching closer to that time where they're going to start putting sensors under the display. I know they already have them on a couple Xiaomi phones, and the Fold 7, and wait, no, not the Fold 7. Was it the Fold 6? Yeah, Fold 6. I know they've started, and Red Magic, of course, but the quality is like 95% of what it could be. But I think in a few years, we're going to see that technology take off. The iPhone, the 20th anniversary iPhone, is supposed to be complete display, meaning everything's supposed to be, the sensors are supposed to be under the display. You know, we'll get there. But I think it'll come sooner than later. Don't I use specifically for the Razer Ultra 2025? Very good for gaming. Appreciate you joining me from India. Yeah, as I mentioned, stay tuned, and we'll eventually give away phones. How is the MOTO Signature battery compared to the OnePlus 13? I have a long list of videos I'm gonna make. I knocked out the Smart Connect today. I'll probably do battery life. I was gonna say tomorrow, but I just told Joe tomorrow's gonna go outside and take pictures. I'm gonna make a dedicated video of that. It's pretty good. Now, I don't think it's on OnePlus 13, because here's what I'm going to do. I need to enable battery stats in the device. So my battery video, I'm going to try to include how to go through ADB and enable the battery stats, basically unlock the battery stats from your computer, because I hate the way they switched to, in Android, how they switched to these new battery stats in the settings. They're kind of hard to, not hard, but they're kind of confusing, quite frankly, on a lot of these phones. Remember 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was way easier to look at your screen on time, your battery stats, your battery health. Now they've kind of rolled it all into one glob. But if you enable battery stats from ADB, it unlocks a bunch of more statistics that they don't show you in the settings. So right now I'm getting, I think I did close to 10 hours of screen on time on my last full charge, I believe. It's pretty freaking good, but not as good as my OnePlus 13. That almost hit 13 freaking hours. And I think the OnePlus 15, I didn't do a battery video on that, did I? I'll have to do one on my next one. Let's see here. Usage. You know what? The battery stats and or usage in the settings absolutely blows. Not just on the Motorola. I'm talking about like all Android phones now. Like, so I use a specific application for battery stats, but it's not on the Play Store, and I don't really want to recommend it. I might do that on the video. Right now, on my last, right now, I'm sitting at 8 hours and 55 minutes of screen on time, roughly 9 hours of screen on time since my last charge. So, pretty good. You know, it's gonna, a light user will get you basically 2 days. A heavy use get you through the day, right? And it charges fast, so it's a battery, not something you're gonna have to worry about on the Signature. The CPU is really good. It's fast, operating system snappy, and you get great battery life. So not really been an issue, but hasn't reached OnePlus 13 levels yet, and it might. I'm still only had it for what, a week, so give it a few more days, let it settle in a little bit. Um, you woke up early today to watch my live. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sucks that you had to have my voice as an alarm clock, but thank you for waking up. And stay tuned. We'll do giveaways. I'm gonna do one probably. We'll figure it out tomorrow, right? We'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't want to tell you we're gonna do a giveaway tomorrow and then not do it because I got other stuff planned. So probably Thursday, maybe Wednesday. But anyways, let me get back to this real quick. So we got through the camera, the low lights, right? Now I wanted to bring us back to, there's these 9 new features. I might not be able to get everything in here, but there's these 9 new features. Where was it? Software upgrades. So I don't think this is not a real big deal to me. Some people it might be, but I mean, a button is a button, right? New buttons, really? Okay, whatever. New buttons. I don't even like. They could put new buttons on there, and I wouldn't really tell the difference. But whatever. New control panel, better colors, and that's the thing with like different, like new Android versions, like Android 17. We downloaded Android 17 Beta 1 on one of our Pixels. I can't tell the difference. It's been since Android 12 since I flash or installed Android 12 from Android 11. And when it rebooted and I got into the operating system, I was like, whoa, they changed a lot of stuff. It's been since Android 12 since I've felt that way. So it's not, these software upgrades are very incremental, very small. So you might be able to tell the difference. Of course, the S26 Ultra, it's essentially a refresh, but it's going to feel different in the hand. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Better apps, okay. New power saving mode. This should be interesting. So check this out. The new M14 OLED panel is awesome. If you have not used a phone with the M14 OLED panel, you're drastically going to see your battery life improve. The M14 OLED panel was specifically designed, obviously, for vibrant colors and a real nice OLED experience. It was specifically designed around power efficiency. That was the main thing Samsung had their mind on when manufacturing and thinking of in the R&D when getting this M14 OLED panel was battery life. So this uses 74% less power than the M13 OLED panel. 74% less power. So, and it gets brighter. So you can see that there's a new power saving mode here. I think I'm getting horrible battery life, as y'all know, on my 25 Ultra. And I'm looking forward to this S26 Ultra. I'll put it that way. Like, I can't wait to get rid of my S25 Ultra. I like it, but I got to charge it twice a day. So, and again, I think it's because I'm on the beta program and I'm just too lazy to get out of the beta program, factory reset it, and sign back in. it's too much. When I got all these phones, I don't want it. Like, I got websites to work on and YouTube channel to work on. I'll just wait till I get a new phone, right? But you'll see new power saving mode, improved lock screen, Gen AI, and privacy display. So there's always a trick up their sleeve with Samsung. They always got something about up their sleeve, that whether it's a new software feature, whether it's a color, we still don't know what the exclusive colors are. I expect there to be something else that we didn't get any leaks of, that when we see it, we're gonna be like, oh wow, you know, they do that every year. So I don't know what that's gonna be, but this might have been it, but it got leaked today. Now, I got word of this was it 2 weeks ago? That, do you remember when Google came out a week or two ago and said, have no fear, quick share will be here for everyone, or they're going to expand the devices that they're going to allow it on? Well, guess who's going to be number 2 in line? You guessed it, Samsung. So I think they're going to announce that the S26 series will be able to do quick share with iOS. And then I don't know when they'll say other device manufacturers will enable this, right? I don't know if it's some special, what obviously is special code Google is safeguarding. They're not letting Samsung or OnePlus or Motorola in on the code. I don't know what I'm assuming that's what it is. I can guarantee you Samsung's going to announce quick share file sharing for iOS devices in S26 series. I think they're going to put it'd be like a gatekeeper type of deal, where the S25 won't be able to get this feature probably months down the line. This is going to be an exclusive thing. Samsung wants you to buy their latest and greatest device. So of course they're going to feature lock something on their newest model to entice people to try and buy it, right? That's the whole game plan. So I think you're going to see this introduced with the S26 Ultra. Let's see here. And something else with Samsung and displays. Did y'all see this? That is cool. So I think everybody within the industry, meaning like developers, meaning people on the executive boards, people in R&D, people from within, people like, if I worked at Google and I had to go drive to Austin every day in the Google offices, or if I worked at Samsung in San Jose or in New York, or I worked at Motorola in Chicago, this is something that would catch my eye, right? If I did not work at Samsung, let's say I worked at Motorola in Chicago in their corporate office, I would say in a meeting, I would say, you know what? That privacy share thing Samsung's got on their new S26 Ultra, that is badass. Like, I would say we need to find a way to get that on our phones, right? Whether we have to pay Samsung for use of that technology, or we flat out try and copy that technology somehow. But this is a pretty cool thing, and I think it has a lot of people from inside the industry kind of like, how can we get that on our devices? Well, it looks like Apple has been thinking that exact same thing, because apparently they've been having talks behind the scenes for a while, because if we're just now starting to get news that Apple is going to borrow Samsung's privacy display for its 2029 MacBook Pro model lineup, that means they've known about it for a little while. So everybody talks within the industry. We just learned about it a couple weeks ago. If this news is just getting out, that means Apple's known about it for 6 months, a year, right? So they talk behind the scenes, right? So apparently it looks like, and I don't know for sure, it looks like Samsung patented this display technology. And basically only one can, because Samsung is is known around the world for making the best displays, right? Like when you actually go get a monitor and or a TV, Samsung's at the top of the list. I mean, I'm sure there's maybe one or two, but they're right up there. They've been that way for years. They spend a ton of money in R&D, and only a company like Samsung could come up with this, because uh, nobody else has been able to. So it just goes to show that people behind the scenes in a competitor like Apple, that is really cool. Let's figure out how we can get that on ours. So as I mentioned, Samsung must have patented this technology, and how it works is Apple has to pay Samsung however much money, and that's all negotiated in terms of the deal. Has to pay Samsung to provide that technology on a set number of devices for so many years at so much dollars, right? But this is cool. So you're gonna see this, and I think you're gonna see this, but I'm sure it's not cheap. I'm sure this is expensive, and I doubt you're gonna see privacy shade on nothing phones, right? I doubt you're gonna see this privacy shade on Motorola phones, right? You probably won't see it on OnePlus phones. The only other company I can, maybe down the line, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, every phone will have this. But I think it takes a ginormous company like an Apple or a Google, possibly even Xiaomi. Of course, they'd probably try and steal the technology. I think it's going to take conglomerates like those companies to pay Samsung. Trust me, I'm sure they're asking a pretty penny for this technology, but just be on the lookout. I just want you to know I saw this today and I was like, holy crap. That's a big deal. That means everybody inside the industry is basically at all over this privacy display. It's a really cool idea. I'd never even thought of this idea before I heard Samsung come out with it. And when I heard it, I was like, damn, that is a really good idea. I never even thought of it. Of course, I don't think of a lot of things, but I do think of cool stuff. Hey, this would be cool. Man, it would be really awesome if phones could do this or do that. Never even thought of a privacy display. And not just a privacy display, but a notification privacy display. Like, how cool is that? So, it looks like everybody's blown away in the industry, because if Apple's already jumping on it, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Samsung did invent the quick share. That is true. Samsung invented quick share. It actually worked better before Samsung and Google merged their nearby share and quick share. I think Google invented nearby share, right? Technology is basically the same, but when they merged it, it works most of the time, but when it was with quick share and Samsung only, it felt like it worked in an instant and there was no issue. Sometimes I have a hard time connecting the right device that I want to send it to, and I don't know. Maybe I got too many phones. I don't know, but let me see here. What time is it? Yeah, I probably need to roll, but let's see. I thought there was one other. Oh, Buds 4. Let me look at that. And to be honest with you, I didn't look at the news before I went live for the Buds 4, so please excuse me. I'm seeing this for the first time. A lot of the news and topics that we go over, I've sat on and thought about for a good day or so, or at least half of a day. Or I'll look into and think, should I talk about that? Yeah or no? So this piece of news, I did not even see. I saw the headline, but I did not read the article and or details or the contents of the article. But I'm interested because I want to get these. So I'm going to learn with you. Now the article's gone. I guess I just need to pull up Buds 4 Pro on Google, huh? Should be somewhere in here. Here we go. So Buds 4 Pro leak reveals major design shift and missing feature. What that feature is, I have no clue. Let's find out together. So we know they're going to get a new design. Thank God. Mine have been falling out of my ear every 5 seconds. I hope these fit. I'm a sucker for Samsung Buds. I just am. And I really hated these Buds 3 Pro. I hated the design. They don't fit in my ear. But in my opinion, they make the best. I know there's more expensive earbuds. I know there's louder, more clear earbuds. But I feel the most comfortable using Galaxy Buds. I've been a Galaxy Buds user for essentially my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but you know what I mean. Since I've got my first pair of Bluetooth earbuds, they were Galaxy Buds. Tried a couple others, Pixel Buds, they suck. Just some random like JLab Buds. They're okay if you want to spend $20. But if you want a nice pair, really good sound quality, really good battery life, for a decent price, of course they're a little more expensive. But Galaxy Buds are you can't go wrong with those, right? Of course you can get better sound quality and all this stuff, but I'm not looking to pay. They're earbuds. I'm not going to be paying, $250 or $300, right? I get them when I get my phone, so we'll get a discount. But let's see what they're missing, because I have no idea. So buried in the details is something long-time Buds users will immediately notice and possibly dislike. The Pro variant appears to carry more premium branding and potentially different in-box accessories. And meanwhile, the vanilla model seems more minimal, reinforcing Samsung's usual two-tier strategy. So Samsung has reportedly shifted to a horizontal layout for the Buds 4 Pro, moving away from the more vertical, pocket-friendly orientation. The lid is now transparent, and the clear top subtly changes how the product feels. What are they talking about? Speaker grill gone. Galaxy Buds 4 Pro appear to be taking a different path than many expected. The leak suggested the Buds 4 Pro charging case no longer features a visible speaker grill. If accurate, likely means the case speaker is gone. Huh? This has a speaker grill on it? I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Huh. Okay. Recent premium Buds cases can emit a sound when triggered through the beep. It turns a potentially expensive loss in a 5-minute scavenger hunt. Yeah, but can't you locate it on the map? I know a beep you can follow the sound, but I believe you can follow it on a map, right? Of like where it's at, an arrow. Hey, you're 10 meters away this way, and then you go 10 meters this way, right? And it says right in front of you. I don't really care about the beep. Let's see. Okay, so the case does look different. Than going back to the clamshell design instead of the AirPods kind of design. These are the 3 Pro, and what you're seeing on the screen will be the 4 Pro. I just hope these fit in my ear better, right? Because I was strongly considering getting the Motorola Buds for this phone, but I'm just going to wait and get the Buds 4 with the S26 Ultra, right, that I get. Now, I guess we don't know the colors. I'm sure they'll have a white. I'm sure they'll have a black. Or this one looks almost green, but they'll have a cheaper option. As you can see, the Buds 4 actually are up top, and the Buds 4 Pro are the bottom two. I'm gonna get the Pro. I've never gotten the. Of course, I take that back. I've purchased the FE models. Those are good $50 earbuds. But if you're gonna spend $100 on earbuds, you might as well double it up and get, in my opinion. But if you can get a discount, right? I don't think I've ever bought Galaxy Buds at full price. It's always at a discount. It's either when I'm upgrading my phone, or you wait a little while until Amazon, Best Buy have them on sale, then you get them. I think regular price they're $349. I think the most I've spent on mine are, well, I got these with my phone, so I don't know. I can't remember how much off it was. I think $100 for these, something like that, with the discount. But yeah, whatever. So that'll do it for today. I'm trying to get this website completed, and I need to spend a few minutes on that. Yeah, see, I'm glad you did not sign up for beta either. It's pretty bad. Like, I can literally, when I'm doing, editing a video, making a thumbnail, whatever, on my phone, if I glance up at the battery and then do whatever I'm doing on my phone, and maybe 30 seconds later glance back up, boom, it's already down one. So like, if you stare at it for a couple minutes, you can literally watch it go down. It's really bad. So, and it sucks with, they're not increasing the battery size, obviously we know that, but we did mention the new M14 OLED panel is up to 74% less, uses up to 74% less power than the M13 OLED panel on this S25 Ultra. So, and that's one of the biggest energy guzzlers in your entire device, minus the CPU and the memory. Those are big energy consumers, but your display is right up there. So just that fact, I think just putting a new energy efficient display on this new model, I think will drastically increase the battery life that we're going to see. So do you know what color you're decided on getting? Definitely not getting purple, but I don't know. I want to see what the exclusive colors are, because as I mentioned, I'm looking at getting another Sandstone OnePlus 15, so that'll be like on the lighter side. I don't necessarily want to get the black color. I've had a ton of black. I went for like a 3 or 4 year stretch where all I bought was black phones, but I don't want to get another white because I have this as white. The blue, I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it's not girly, but we'll have to see what the exclusives are. And then it comes down to if they do a orange, like a iPhone copycat orange for an exclusive color, well, then I hope the other exclusive color is not bad, because I'd have to get that one. Yeah, I've never had an IQ phone. I've looked to get one. I would like to have one. I certainly would. You have 26,000 subscribers, but your phone is damaged, due to which I'm not able to go live. Help me, brother. Please give me a gaming phone. I would if I had a gaming phone. All of the phones I have, I use. Honestly, they're all out on my desk right now, so I don't have a gaming phone. I don't game, so I don't. That's why I've never owned an IQ or a Red Magic. The closest thing you're gonna find me with a gaming phone is the OnePlus 15. But I don't game. I haven't played games ever, I don't think, on my phones. I can't even think of one. So I do a lot of editing and stuff. So that's usually what the power that I need is for editing, which is similar to games, but that's why I don't buy a gaming phone. But stay tuned to the channel, and we will do a phone giveaway at the very latest. I know this is probably not what you're going to want to hear, but probably in August. So we're still a few months away, 6 months away or so. No, I mean, I don't dislike them, but they haven't produced a phone yet that I gotta get, like the OnePlus 15. I gotta get it. That's why I'm getting one again. I don't know. I mean, they're cool. I just never appeal. I guess that's what I'm looking for. It's never really appealed to me. Yeah, August to get here fast. Why don't we just loose schedule? I'll plan on doing my first phone giveaway, and I'll promote it, a good month or two before we do that, because I don't want to say, I don't want to just go live and be like, guess what, giving away a phone today. I want to let people, I'll schedule it way in advance, let people plan for it, because it's a big deal, but did you like the OnePlus 15 more than the 13? That's a good question. You know, there's similarities because I had three OnePlus 13s and I got rid of it. I think I don't even remember because I probably needed to buy another phone. Remember, nobody's sending me phones over here, so I gotta, try and responsibly purchase phones, which is hard for me to do. But I got rid of my OnePlus 13, I think, to buy another phone. I don't even remember. But I liked it so much, I got another one. And then I got another one, and then I got another one. Um, but that's where I find myself with this OnePlus 15, right? I get the black one, and then, oh my God, OnePlus is shutting down. And then I sell it, right? Because I'm like, there's no way they're going to be in business in 2 years. Well, I'm I'm gonna get another one. Like I think I'm gonna buy one at the end of this week. I think I'm gonna get one. A sandstone color though. So I found myself in the same spot where I love them and I don't know why I get rid of them in the first place, but I think it's to get another phone. So if to answer your question, oh man, it all comes down to personal preference because I think the look and the feel are different because the 15 is flat, boxy, flat, but the 13 is like this phone. It's like the signature. It's got curved displays. It's real thin. Cameras in the back. If this just had a circle around the centers, this would essentially look and feel like a OnePlus 13. So that's why I like this. I don't know. Like performance wise, there's really not much of a difference. Camera wise, I don't know. The OnePlus 15 takes decent photos. Like I don't know why everybody was shitting on the cameras. So I'm gonna revisit this question again because why don't you let me get this next OnePlus 15 in at the end of the week? Ask me that same question in about a week. Um, it's hard. That's a hard answer, man. I just don't know. Yeah, now the OnePlus 12. What's going on, Bradley? The OnePlus 12 has the very best cameras on any OnePlus phone. That's just my opinion. I've had all of them. Even better than the 13 and even better than the 15. I remember I had the green one, the emerald green. I was taking photos all the time of that phone. And there were times where I was like, holy crap, that's good. Like I was blown away at the quality, at the detail. It was even better than, well, I guess back then I didn't have my YouTube channel, but I wish I could. I don't know if I have I doubt I have the photos. Compared it against, I think at that time it was the S22 Ultra, right? Or something like that. It was better than the Samsung. It was, I think, right up there with Pixel. I mean, I was shocked. And then the OnePlus 13 came around and I was like, damn, that sucks. They're just noticeably just not as good. So yeah, the OnePlus 12, legendary for the cameras. Those are still a good device if you can find a good one at a good price. Very, very, very good device. You can probably find a 12 for a few $100 now. Yeah, the OnePlus 6T. That's when I really fell in love with OnePlus, the 6T. I remember that. I went to go meet somebody at like 2 in the morning on OfferUp. I thought I was going to get robbed. He was selling one for such a good price. I was like, there's no way. And this is when they first came out. And I was like, I was, a little sketchy. We're down here in Texas where it's like the wild, wild west out here. So, no, I brought protection with me, but, last thing I want to do is have to use it. But I was nervous. It was like 3 in the morning in the hood, right? I was like, are you sure it's not stolen? I ran IMEI. I mean, I did everything. And, I had that phone for a while. That's when they were releasing them like every 6 months, right? I think so. No, they don't. They sure don't. They don't like competition. Yeah, it was nice. I like the green one. All right, guys. I am pushing my time. I got to work on this website to get this done by the end of the week, so I do appreciate the time. Hope everybody had a good holiday if you did have the day off. Lucky you. And if not, then hopefully tomorrow will come soon. It'll come soon enough. We'll have more stories. And stay tuned. As we discussed earlier in the show, we'll do a giveaway this week. Probably sooner than Friday. We'll figure it out. Probably not tomorrow. I got a lot to do. I got to make this battery stats video, how to enable battery stats on any phone, not just the Motorola Signature. You can do it on any Android phone. But we're going to do that. And I also have to do new camera comparisons and the new Gcam. So I'll probably go outside tomorrow. I've been putting that off for far too long. I'll go outside tomorrow, take a bunch of pictures and videos all over the place. I have a Verizon SIM card coming. Somebody commented they wanted me to test the Verizon network on the Motorola Signature. They wanted to buy one really, really, really bad, but they have Verizon and they were kind of weary or unsure of how the network is going to perform in the Signature and asked me if I could do a video, a review of the Signature on Verizon service. And I was like, sure, I'll do one. And I was like, wait a second. I don't have Verizon. So I ordered a Verizon bring your own device SIM kit right on Amazon. They send you the SIM card with those 3 different types of SIMs. On the regular, the whatever, nano. And I'll just buy a $30 service, put it in the phone, and go right around town and record network testing, speeds, cell signal, all sorts of stuff. So, we got that coming. So, all right, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate your time. Spill the beans, my man. That I will do. Are you ready? Are you sure?